Hello again, folks. This is Florponics here in Niceville, Florida. You guys asked for it, and here it is. We have the 21 garden Florponics garden towers. Super nice, super easy. Come to conclusion, these are probably safer for outdoors than indoors. It does get a little bit of back spray, but then again, if you look inside the net pots, you can see the rainfall effect. So the pots will, each plant will all get watered, as you can see all the way down. And here goes one where we have the net pot removed. So you can see the rainfall going back into the bucket. And right here is what we have, a little sight glass. So you can monitor most of the systems that we make at Florponics with this monitor right here. My rule of thumb is where this little doodad is that's securing the sight glass or sight tube. Keep the water level around there, I mean, you can go down lower, but then again, you start getting to where the pump doesn't get enough water to do its job. Okay. But this will basically, if you have the trellis and everything that's needed, you can basically plant any type of vegetable, possible, flowers as well. But for the heavy lying fruit like tomatoes and peppers, you're definitely going to have a trellis of some sort to keep up. Well, here it is. We are to the point where we are going to thin out the herd of these jelly bean tomatoes. They're doing fantastic, so I'm going to kill basically the weakest link in each of these. As you can see right here, this little late sprouter, I'm gonna remove him. And these leaves right here, this is a good indicator when the first set of leaves basically provide the nutrients. This is a telltale sign when you can start adding the Florflex or the nutrients that come with the kits that I give you. The starter kits come with the General Hydroponics, Maxi Bloom and Maxi Grow. Super simple, they pH the water, they do all the fancy jazz that you need. But this is still one of my favorites. So we're gonna show you basically what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the strongest of the strong and basically prune the rest. And you guys are wondering how we do this. Super simple. I have these awesome Vivo Sun shears. They're cheaper than you can get at Walmart and many other stores locally. So get them. We have them in orange and blue. These are tested and trued and blued, so I love them. They're ergonomically good for your hands. I got big hands, so try them out. Here we go. So we're gonna kill this little guy, and we could try to transplant them, but it's gonna, what I normally do, I'll thin out 2 or 3 of them, and I'll keep 2 to kind of see where they go. Same thing with this little one. Just gonna kill him. And this one right here, there's no sense in trying to keep him. These are runts. Not saying that they won't produce. They will produce. They just need a little added attention, and for what we're doing, we're gonna do it again for these over here. So don't mind me using my scissors as my fingers. But that's basically what we're doing. We're just thinning out the herd. I like to keep 2 and give those 2 a chance, and then thin them out one more time. These are a beautiful sea of green. They will be ready for market, here soon. I've had a little bit, as you can see, a little bit of damage from these heavy rains. So what I recommend doing, if you're planning on your back patio or in your backyard or possibly in a greenhouse, you don't have to worry about it. But right here, I have a small ledge. So what you can do, so you get the sun, is you can buy a piece of plexiglass, which right now plexiglass is super expensive, and the thick stuff is hard to come by. But if you can, make basically an awning that can run the rainwater off, and they don't destroy your beautiful Thai basil. As you can see, I'm gonna have to top some of these. And you can top them super easy. My sister had to teach her how to top, but as you can see, some of the rain damage back here, kind of hurt these guys, but no problem. What's awesome about these is you don't see bugs. You don't see bug damage. That's the key when you're growing in coconut coir. I love coconut coir in a raised planter box because of this. You'll see bugs in your soil, your regular soil grown stuff. I mean, you get stink bugs, you get worms, you get caterpillars, you get all sorts of bugs that like to eat your leaves. Luckily, I've been pretty blessed and not had those. Had some stink bugs on the tomatoes, but other than that, nothing too crazy. But in coconut coir in a raised planter box, you're not going to see all that because coconut coir is basically pH neutral. It doesn't have fungus. It doesn't have all that stuff that likes to kill your plants or attract other bugs. But this is a simple planter, and so it might be a little bit cheaper than some of the other custom ones I make, but I love it. It sips water, and the pond liner's fish safe. It's human safe. It's it's definitely environmental friendly. Now these are my pride and joy. Let me just back up to kind of give you an idea. These are Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein. I saved them from. I started them inside, and like a lot of tomato plants, they need water. They need heat. They love the sun, but too much sun, like in the July, is what you keep hearing, sometimes will kill these. But in hydroly grown, and you're not like in a dead summer heat, and you got a little bit of ledge. Look at these. These are just babies. They're going to be footballs before you know it. Look at these things. They're just all over the place. You just got to dig deep inside of this guy. And same thing. Got the sight glass in my tomato bubblers. Just check it out. Tomato plants love a lot of water, so once they start getting big like this, you're gonna have to fill them up once a week, and every other week you're gonna add nutrients. This way you don't get a nutrient lockout in your bucket, because once you have a nutrient lockout, basically your plant's not going to be taking in the nutrients that it needs, and so just skip your every other week, every other fill, and you'll be fine, and you'll have a Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein like this. Same time I planted these is the same time I planted these. These started fruiting earlier because I planted them outside, but the difference and the girth of the stems is night and day difference. Love hydro. You save water. You save a lot of time, and the little bit of electricity that you use from our pumps, or maybe air pumps, it sips it. The scientists, the engineers that came up with the pumps have streamlined them over the years, where it makes it more cost efficient for the average person to be able to afford to A, run an aquarium, B, do hydroponics. Now these pepper plants, I'm not going to top them on TV because I'm going to need two hands. These are our Thai bird peppers and our Thai bird chilies. These on the left are the bird chilies. A little bit different leaf structure. And these are the Thai peppers, or bird peppers. They are delicious, great flavored, great taste. Got enough of the heat, but if you're trying to do like a pickling with them, I'll tell you, an awesome pickling recipe that I've had over the years is cutting these up into nice little, just dicing them up real nice, not just thin slices, thick, edible sizes where you can put them on rice, is marinate them in some vinegar and some soy sauce, and cut up some either white onion, yellow onions, and some tomatoes, especially these Roma tomatoes, and you will have an amazing dish, an appetizer, salad, whatever you want to have it. It makes rice even that much better. Something I recommend for you outdoor growers, or even in indoor growers, like you guys that have your greenhouses. This protects. I recommend using these. They protect the weather from getting to your electrical. I got a whole spaghetti noodle of electrical, and these things are awesome. If you only have one extension cord, I have another solution, and they're super awesome. As you can see over there, that It's just a single cord. It protects it from the weather and keeps rain out, so you don't trip your breakers at your house. But anyways, you guys remember these type of, not peppers. These are Italian pepperoncinis. They're not doing so well. The lemon peppers are rejuvenating after I transferred them outside. They're loving the heat again. But the Italian pepperoncinis, I mean, look at this. It's getting nice, but I mean, there was only a couple that was able to salvage. The rest of the plants I butchered up. But they're still peppering, still creating fruit and vegetables, etc., etc. So, but this is one of my other favorite planters. I'm going to be planting some more peppers. Here's some Scorpion Trinidads that are going to go to market. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. This was a long video, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned a little bit about thinning out the herd, and we'll talk about topping in another episode. Alrighty, take care. Florponics out. Hydroponics the Florida way. Hit the like button, comment, and if you want one of these, check out my website or message me and you can pick them up at the farmers market here in Niceville, and look forward to seeing you guys. Take care.